Hello everybody, Simon with Quigg Coins and Bullion here, and today I got a couple of nice collections in and I wanted to share with you guys my showcase. I got it all filled up now, so it's looking pretty good, so why don't we go check it out right now. Alright everybody, as you can see, I got one of my two showcases filled up. I wanted to make sure that one is looking good before I started on the other, and I am just filling it up with all of the good stuff that you guys see in my videos and the website, and just going to fill it up with some more good stuff. I picked up a nice little collection today in the office, and I just want to share that with you guys as well, but I figure I would pan over this. All of the bullion stuff is available through the mailing list, guys. Check that out. Link in the description of the video. All this bullion stuff here. Nicer, premium stuff, kind of more generic, a little nicer than generics. Copper rounds still available, $2 a piece or 20 for 35. Just let me know. $4 a piece, plus 4 on the Eagles there, as well as that 5-ounce Aztec. And then I got all the coins here filled up the case. Lots of good, better stuff in the books here. I got one book that's all, this is all like sub $100 type US, which is good for people filling out their typeset. And then I have better dates and grades here for people that want something nicer or a little bit tougher to get a hold of. And then I have sold a lot of stuff. A lot of Carson cities are just going. I just sold my 1889 Carson City, so that went fast. I still got a couple of 78s, and of course all the common ones, 82s, 3s, and 4s. So those guys are just, I cannot keep in stock, so we'll need to get some more of those. But otherwise, office still coming along pretty good. Dragging in more stuff by the day, so we'll jump in and show you guys some of the coins I picked up today. All right, everybody, so let's dive into the collection I purchased, and I'll also be quickly running through the pricing for my wholesale bulk dollars, the certified ones that I showed you in a couple of videos ago, and we'll just dive in. So all the stuff that I want to show you together now before the bulk dollars came in collection, and honestly, nothing super crazy except for one coin. And really, I mean, this was nice certified CAC dollar, nice toning there, and it's the older fatty holder. This is going to be 105 on the website, and I won't even tease you guys anymore. I purchased a 1916 D dime, and it's way, probably a whole grade point or two nicer than most of the other ones that I've ever purchased. Most of the ones come in AG or G, so it's nice to get a certified one. And granted, the annex holders, some people like them. I don't mind them too much, as long as it's not a total tertiary basement grader kind of thing there. But if you guys contact me on this coin, this is going to be $1,050. Pardon me, $1,450. Or if you buy it through the website, it will be $1,525. So basically, the website charges me 4%, and that's just to cover the 4% there to make what I need on this coin. This is well below consumer pricing on this. I think it's probably $1,600, and wholesale on something like this is a little bit below that. So kind of right in the middle there, right where you guys need to be. And we'll just peel this back here, get the coin out, and just show you up front here. And this is, you really get to be splitting hairs in these low grades, but you have a good amount of full rim left. You have some detail in her wings there, and then you have some splitting on the, I'm not quite sure the technical term for this, on the back here with the axe and the bundle of sticks, but there is some splitting there in the bands or in the vertical lines, and then you have most of the rim left there as well. So this was a nice pickup, and very happy to get another one of those back in stock. The last one I had did not last hardly, probably 1 or 2 weeks. Something other exciting news going on is I am going to be setting up here locally at a flea market and just selling some of my cheaper inventory here. You know, a lot of this came in the collection, And that's kind of what got me thinking. I want to be able to provide some affordable coins, you know, sub $20 certified coins. And then obviously I'll be selling junk silver and stuff like that at the same rate. So if you guys are local here in the Twin Cities, I'll be set up at the Medina coin, I'll say coin show. It's a thrift mart or whatever, thrift show. So I'll be set up there. It's in Medina. The Lions Club sets it up, and it's from 6 to 12 on this Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. So I figured it'd be pretty busy. I try it out. The stalls are pretty affordable. So if you guys are local to the area, go check me out. Always happy to say hi to some of you guys. But you know me, I'm not a big fan of clad proof stuff. You know, this was already in the holder, and I just put $1 on there. I'm sure someone will grab that at the flea market. A lot of this stuff I've been saving for Whatnot. I have a whole pile. This is all stuff that came in the collection, but I've been saving it for Whatnot. If you know, this turns out to be pretty good, I'll probably dig into that and sell it at the flea market, and then build up over the fall and winter to do it at the flea market. I am interested in doing Whatnot, but realistically, 9% plus having to ship stuff. You know, I'm not a big fan of auctions myself. I think Whatnot is a little bit predatory. I try to be very competitive on my pricing, but at some point I know people like Kusha Collectibles or the pawnbroker pickers, they do like one a month. Once I have like an enormous inventory like they do, I might try that, but I just got to be judicious about how I sell my stuff. But I figure cheap stuff like this, $10, flea market, someone will snag it. And if it doesn't, over the next couple of weeks and months, then I'll just do a Whatnot stream and blow that stuff out there. So we got multiple silver quarters, $10 a piece. Can't really go wrong there. A little over the bullion value. There we got, this is kind of interesting. This is, I believe this is gun money. Very interesting. So they're making it out of the bullet casings from what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe that this is. Try to get to focus. Kind of interesting there. Genuine grade, $10. That's about what it is on eBay. This is cool here. Got a nice little Roman coin. Not much left to it, but they're selling for about $40 on eBay, so I figured I'd try that out at the show. Got a couple of nice certified bullion pieces. Germania is a little tougher to get, and the Star Wars stuff, can't really go wrong there. I figured I'd try these at the flea market. These and some of the more expensive items are going to be for sale on the website as well, so keep an eye out for that. Got random kind of backdate silver eagles, random grade, random holder, $40 a piece. It'll just be a random pick through the website. If there's any left, I'll take them to the flea market, see if anyone bites, along with all of the raw silver eagles. And guys, remember, any of the bullion stuff you can find directly through my mailing list at the bottom of each video in the description. And then it's just a Google link. If it is on there, it's likely that I still have it. I try to update it every day. Sometimes I get a day or two behind. So just ask me what I have in stock. You can call me, email me, message me through Instagram, and I'll take care of you guys there. Another few, we'll just kind of rattle through these here. These are always fun. They tend to go pretty quick. Just World Trade Center recovery. Basically, these were in safes in the World Trade Center, and they got them certified. You know, about $20 on something like this. There's silver eagles that go for, gosh, probably 100 and some odd bucks a piece, 100, 150 bucks a piece. Those are a little more scarce, but something there. Got a interesting clad proof here, $20 on that. And, you know, stuff like this, guys, I'm not a fan of modern rarities. 67, this is like $50 wholesale, and I don't think I've ever sold something like this even close to wholesale. So I just priced it at 50%, and I'm just gonna let it go at that. $20 on this other modern rarity, the clad one. And then I got a nice Benji here, $20. Should be a nice price for somebody at the flea market. You know, if I do a lot of flea markets and stuff isn't selling, some of the, you know, $20, $25 stuff will just make its way to the website. But I wanted to get a try at selling stuff at the flea market. So we got that stuff moved over. Another big portion of this, I'm not going to pull them all out, but there was a lot of proof sets in this little collection that I purchased, and I don't like to pay very strong on this just because I have to have a lot of this kind of stuff to ship. There's some proof, some mint, but realistically, you know, I just wholesale a lot of this out. There's guys on Whatnot that like to do this. They break the coins apart out of the holders, and then they just sell them, again, you know, for minimum $1. And, you know, they make good money doing it, but it's probably not for me. So I just wholesale this stuff out to guys that like to do Whatnot and let them take care of that. So this is another good start. I probably had 60 or 80 proof sets that I just sold off. So this is another good start to that. And don't get me wrong, it is a good source of income, but the issue is that it just accumulates, and most collections have them. And most people honestly are disappointed when they see that they're not worth much over face value. Pardon me, I'm saying people are typically disappointed when you tell them that their proof sets, you know, retail a little over face value, and I'm paying a little, barely, you know, a few percentage over face value on a serious quantity, just because it is, you know, not something that is really profitable. And I know most dealers actually pay less than face value and just bring them to the bank. So again, it's part of the business, guys. It's kind of tough to break that news to people, but it is just something that you have to explain and inform your customers. I take these Canadians aside. I do get a percentage of face value on these, so I always kind of accumulate that stuff up. And then I got a ton of just random foreign notes also in the collection, and I can offer them to you guys for the same price that I do wholesale. You got to take the whole lot. It's $1 a piece per note. So whatever, email me, first person to email me and pay me gets them. It's $1 a piece on whatever quantity there is plus shipping. But that's what I get wholesale. So that is what I will offer them to you guys. Again, just a little accumulation of stuff. You know, I will probably accumulate 50 or 100 notes and just sell them wholesale to someone else. But again, my business model is I sell you guys the same stuff that I sell to my wholesale pricing. Got some other more interesting pieces here. I will be keeping the knot gold. These are actually my first pieces of knot gold. Just really, really interesting. A lot of different designs for these. Just very exciting. They all have the same back, but the fronts are all the same. And realistically, these sell from anywhere from you know, $1 to $2 each. But these are my first ones, and I really do enjoy. You know, it's nice. It's scenic. It's picturesque, and it's not going to hurt the value of what I spent on them to hold on to them. You know, if there was 1,000, you know, I'd probably sell most of them. But just 4 of them, I'll hold on to them. They're cool, just fun little piece of German history. And these were issued, it looks like 1/3/22, which would be probably, what, day, month, year. So March 1st of 1922. So kind of cool, good condition for being over 100 years old. These here, I'm going to have to do some research on. These obsolete notes, these are uniface, meaning they're printed on one side. Not crazy condition, crazy good condition rather, but they're from the 1860s. So I'll have to do some research. I'll probably just sell them as a set of 4 to make my life easy. But, you know, it's nice to see something like this come up in a collection. This was nice. A little bit of a surprise to me. A lot of this stuff, very, very thin weight, lightweight paper that they use. But this is probably the nicest of the 4. You got December 1st, 1862, live signatures, just something cool on that. And then you got the 10 cent and the 5 cent here. So the 5 cent is actually probably pretty nice. It's got some pinholes in it. You can see those there, right here. But yeah, just I'll have to do some research and see how much they're going for and just be back at that number. And we'll just power through these Morgan piece dollars that I'm doing the wholesale special on. And we'll just pull them out one by one. 1922 MS63, and the prices you see on them are going to be the prices on the website. So if there's something that you need, let me know, or just order them from the website. Something I should have mentioned in the beginning, hopefully most people are still watching now, is I'm still running a special. I'll put this in the post too, a special for 5 off. So use the code 5, number 5, OFF for $5 off purchase of 100, or use the code 15 off. That's 15OFF for a purchase, $15 off a purchase of $250. So I ran that quite a bit a while ago, but I want to continue to thank you guys, be able to provide even better deals for this kind of stuff. So 5 off for 5 off 100, or 15 off for 15 off 250. So please use those, guys. They're good until they're gone. And you can get some really good screaming deals on some of these cheap dollars as well. So lots of common dates, 63s, 64s, 23s. And this is pretty much what I would charge another dealer on these kinds of coins. Common dates, nothing crazy. Got a nice, this is probably like the nicest Morgan bulk. You know, it's a 62, but it has some nice peel fields. So someone will snag that and be happy with that. We have 81 and 62 for $58. 81S and 62 for $55. And guys, I'm just going to power through these because I got probably another 20 or so Morgans. $60 for the 82S and 63 Annex. 83O, 63 for 73. That's probably a little bit tougher. We got a couple of 84 O's and 63 for $77. Got a pair of 85 O's for $68 each in 63s. And this is great for someone that just wants to, have a nice coin, break them out, put them in your set, or, you can't go wrong for purchasing them at wholesale. But, sometimes they're a little more volatile with the pricing. Just depends on demand, really. But this is probably cheaper than any other common date Morgan you guys might see at a coin show. I got a whole slew of 86s in 63 on the website, guys. I'm just going to throw them all up for any quantity. It's going to be random coin, whether it's PCGS, NGC, toned, or white. It's going to be random if there's duplicates, and that just makes it easier for me. It's less for me to track. So, and that's just keeping it fair for other people as well. So, but again, if you buy all 5, you'll get the one that you want. So, or if there's 2 of them. So just keep that in mind there. Let's see, we've got a lot of 87s in 63. So we got 4 87s. And again, they're pretty much about the same. Nothing super crazy with these, but they're nice coins, pretty cheap. Nothing crazy there. $63 a piece. You cannot go wrong with that, guys. And we're down to the last 4. We have a 88. This is a very, very AU coin. 88 Philly. It's a little tougher. And AU 53. And this I showed you guys in a previous video. I do think that this is probably a 65. If this doesn't sell, maybe I'll do like a crack out or something and see if I can get a 65 on it. It's a little dark, not dark toned, it's just toned. Doesn't have the amount of luster that you might hope, but I think contact wise it is a 65. Might be nicer, honestly, but off-brand holder, I'm pricing it at a 64. And then this was a nice surprise, this 1890 and 63. This is a little better date conditionally, so that was a nice treat for me. Little bonus bucks, and that's going to be 107 on that one. And then we have a 1900 O and 63 for 77. So that is the fast review of the bulk dollars, showing you the new showcase, as well as a little collection that I picked up today. Again, thank you guys. Thank you so much. This whole thing is not possible without you guys. All the purchases, selling me things, You can sell me coins, you can email me. It just all helps. I cannot do this without you guys. So we'll wrap this portion up and we'll dive right into the giveaway. All right, everybody, so let's get into that giveaway. For today, it's going to be this $2 red seal. And for next time, it's going to be this 1592 1 dinar from Hungary. And guys, do not forget to use the code 5OFF to get $5 off 100 or 15 off to get $15 off $250 in the store. Don't also forget, all my information here is linked: website, Instagram, Google, and eBay. Ton of those cheap dollars are now up for sale through the website. You guys can get some really good deals, getting $5 or $15 off your orders on there. Lots of really good goodies available for sale there. Remember to also check out the wholesale mailing list that is in the link in the description of each of the videos. Instagram here, lots of good stuff going on just behind the scenes, throwing up some mailing list stuff there as well. Check me out on eBay. There's a lot of stuff going up at 8 p.m. Central tonight, and all auctions are ending at 8 p.m. tonight as well. So get your bids in if there's something that you're eyeing up. And let's get into the giveaway now. 44 comments. Thank you guys very much. All right, Blistering Barnacles, you are the winner here. Thanks for the subscription, and you're the winner of this $2 bill. And the next winner here is going to be the winner of the dinar, Hungarian dinar there. And guys, don't forget, 5 off 100 and 15 off of 250. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.